Hey y'all, what's up? Eric Johnson back with y'all again with a long awaited live stream video. Haven't done one in a couple of weeks. Been about maybe 2 or 3 weeks since I did live stream. Just wanted to come on here and say that family, we got a lot of shit that we need to handle. We got these tethers still out here trying to proclaim that they started hip hop. Sorry about that. I had this live stream on. Let me just go and get out of that. Sorry about that. Like I was saying before I interrupted myself, we have a lot of these tethers, these foreigners, these unstable creatures out here talking about the false history of hip hop music. Now you got one of these Rasta Pasta Jamaican foreign dudes out here talking about that drill music started in the UK, the United Kingdom, where I ain't saying all UK rappers are trash, but most of these dudes do sound like Muppets and sound like a mixture between Peppa Pig and other characters, Mary Poppins, other stuff like that. But this just goes to show you that ever since the brother Tariq Nasheed put out the Microphone Check hip hop documentary, telling the true origins of hip hop coming from America, from Black American artists and Black American people. This just goes to show you that a lot of these Negroes get their thumbs up their butts like a futuristic lingo type song from a future album, Stick Talk, stuff like that. It just goes to show you that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. See, I separate real people from fake people and fake people from real people. And if you have ignorant Negroes out here like this unstable creature I'm going to be talking about in the next coming minutes, I just want y'all to look through the scroll through the tab, the comment section. I got the information on like different clips of different videos on YouTube. You always have one of these foreigners, coming from Jamaica or any other Caribbean island, talking about they did this, they did that, they created hip hop. So, we wouldn't have had it without the island of Jamaica, which is 100% not true. Really, you wouldn't have the genre of reggae without Black Americans influencing your music. Because, in the early days of when reggae music was starting, you had Black American music being transferred through different signals to the islands of Jamaica, and you had Jamaican artists such as Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, the Wailers, etc., doing Black American covers of different Black American artists. And I will start letting people come on in a few minutes, but I just got to get to this comment. Um, I just got to get through this dialogue before I let people come on, because you still have clowns out here talking about they did this, they did that. You had bitch niggas like Fat Joe, Sloppy Joe, out here talking about Puerto Ricans created hip hop. It's 50-50. We did this, we did that. Hip hop wouldn't have been nothing without Puerto Ricans, which is not true. Y'all came in later. Y'all did, participate in hip hop. I give y'all that. But starting it and being the foundation of hip hop, I don't think so, man. You got in at a later period of time when hip hop was still building momentum up. So I just want to set that straight. And shout out to Fat Joe too, that punk ass bastard. He's constantly blocking people on Twitter. He hasn't blocked me yet. I've been trolling his punk ass for the longest. He's been on a whole block party tirade over the past couple of months in the year 2024. He just been blocking everybody, going on these major news networks, going on these radio stations, falsifying the true history of hip hop. Now I know that the late great Big Pun gave respect to the real pioneers that came way before him and influenced him in his music. So a real brother like that who represented his people right, Big Pun, unlike Fat Joe sloppy neck built ass, he actually came in and showed respect to the Black Americans who gave him his style and who gave him his influence to put it down on the ones and twos and make it blaze on the microphone. Fat Joe, on the other hand, he got in where he fitted in within Digging in the Crates crew. A couple of years ago, he's talking about Puerto Ricans created hip hop, so it's 50-50. It ain't just Black Americans that created the whole hip hop music genre. It's Black Americans and Puerto Ricans. It's Black Americans and Jamaicans. It's Black Americans and everybody else that want to come in, talk shit about Black Americans not having no culture, but they take it from the culture. What type of shit is that? It's like the weight scales is currently off balance. You got Black Americans over here being the creators and being the foundation of what hip hop is and influencing different people from different cultures all around the world to do their own style of music within the hip hop genre. And for those who actually know their true history and respect the true history of hip hop and know where it truly comes from, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about these fleers. I'm talking about these tedders. I'm talking about these cowards who have all the smoke to talk about Black Americans and their music genres and what's going on in the United States of America, but they ain't talking about the people in their homeland suffering from the chaos and the tribalism that's in their homeland. Now, I tried to look this unstable creature's name up. It's kind of hard to say. His name is Raz Ija, and he's a Jamaican artist currently. He probably a UK Black Jamaican person, in my opinion. A lot of them don't be claiming their blackness. They want to be anything but black when it comes to certain ethnic and racial categories that you can define other Black melanated people. But I will play this clip coming from Boss Talk Podcast 101. And God told me to get up and do a live stream talking about this because it don't make no sense how these niggas just be out here keep lying. Busta Rhymes, that big four-headed bastard, bobblehead ass Negro, he was out here a couple of years ago, which I said on numerous videos over the past couple of months and throughout the past couple of years through various videos that y'all see me on. If it happened to be my homie Red's channel, if it happened to be, my homie Charbero Gigolo on the Dead Ain't Rap podcast, if it happened to be my boy Mike's Movie Corner and more on his channel, I always say that Black Americans started hip hop, and niggas be talking about Kool Herc is the creator of hip hop, and salute to Kool Herc, but that is 100% false. You even got this man coming out his own mouth saying that he did not create hip hop. He got influenced by Black Americans in New York City, preferably the Bronx area, to give him his own style and for him to put his own style of DJing and his own mix into the hip hop music genre that came way before him. So I will be playing numerous clips, which you can see spread it out within the comment section, and y'all can just check that out once we get forwarded and onwards in the video. But I will be playing a clip coming from Boss Talk Podcast 101. And before I do that, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Now, this is Raz Ija. He did an interview on the Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime channel. This is a clip of him talking about drill music started in the United Kingdom, man. It did not start in Chicago, man. It started in the Queen's country with the tea be sipping, with the blunts be smoking, with the spliffs, man. Raz Ija. He's a C- Jamaican artist. I never heard of him before. But here's the video right here.
Music. Oh, really? Yeah. I didn't know Chicago started drill music. Don't come in with that. I did not know that. England started. Man, nobody want to hear that. Why you coming over here? Now we about to have. I thought this was going to be a good show. So don't come. So you doing the same thing Miss Jamaica do. She come over here and she start taking stuff from America. No, let me teach you something that you never know. Try to break it down. No, let me teach you now. UK is the start of every culture, every pop culture. UK started the Afrobeat wave.
False. Afrobeats got influenced by a Black American, and an African came over from the motherland known as Africa, which is broken up into different countries and has not gotten out of their tribalism and has not studied the term Pan-Africanism or unity. You can't even come together and wash your hands in the continent of Africa without getting allegedly, I'm trying to watch my words because I don't want to get this live stream blocked because of, my terms that I use. I'm going to just say Africa is ass backwards. Now, Afrobeats started because a Black American influenced Africans to make their own style of music when it comes to their style of, rhythm and blues, funk music, etc. They got the blueprint and they got the sauce and the flavor from Black Americans. So that is false.
Africa. The wave in terms of the acceptance on the West. Okay. UK started that wave. When it comes to your R&B music, most of your R&B. Oh, no.
False. If you go to the lovers rock subgenre within the reggae culture, they always be doing covers of Black Americans' music. Evelyn Champagne King, Love Come Down, etc. They be doing that shit all the time with Black Americans' music, taking it and putting their own twist and twang and flavor to it. You will see a Black American version of a song. Then if you look at a Jamaican 12-inch record or a 10-inch record or even a 45, because they like using 45 records over there on the islands, they'll have the same damn song, but it's just in a reggae version. So who's really influencing who? I just want to say that before this video ends. But I'm going to let the mushmouth jerk sauce individual keep babbling. This man said most of your R&B writers are from the UK. Like Black Americans don't write, produce, and create R&B music in America. Like, salute to the UK R&B artists, but who really influenced who?
But you're telling me that the blues and all the stuff we done, the blues started in there. You know what I said? I said R&B. Yeah, I'm gonna say okay,
You can't even say R&B. You can't even say blues. What is the UK version of disco music? They might got it though, but it don't sound the same as Black Americans music. What is the UK version of hip hop? Yes, they got hip hop music, but where did it actually come from? They just doing a different version of hip hop in their own way. But who actually started who actually been having the train on the train tracks and been rolling since the beginning of time, since hip hop actually started? Black Americans been doing this shit since we got out of slavery with the rhymes. Black Americans been doing this type of music. Pit Meek Markham, Here Comes the Judge. Come on now. Been rapping and rhyming. The Jubileers. Like, this don't make no sense how this dude just come up here lying, bro. And if anybody listening to this of Caribbean or African descent or anywhere else in the world, you got fucking Japanese people taking Project Pat lyrics and trying to put it in their own way. I can understand that they doing hip hop music in their version of it, but if you got a skinny crackhead, hentai porn looking chick out here talking Japanese, rapping and sounding like Project Pat, and don't want to give that man his props, that's a problem. Everybody is Shang Tsung copying and pasting Black Americans' culture out here. It don't make no damn sense. Like, if you're going to do that type of music or do any other type of music, study the history and actually learn for the people who came way before you. Some of these niggas don't even study their own artists within their genre from where they come from. Africans from the Tetra class are known for cosplaying Black American culture and turning around and acting like that Black Americans don't have no culture. Shout out to Burna Boy. That's a bitch ass nigga that I do not respect, or I don't like that dude. I know that's Reg's cousin, and he's related to him by something, but I just don't like that nigga. That Spice chick from Jamaica. He's talking about hip hop was created in Jamaica. Where? You motherfuckers was doing dance hall music. You was doing all types of different music. You motherfuckers weren't doing no damn hip hop in the late 70s. Y'all was doing reggae music. You couldn't go to no Jamaican spot playing no goddamn hip hop back in the day. You can get any OG from New York, and they'll tell you that them Rastafarians, them Rastas weren't listening to that shit. And if you go to a Black American party where you moving and grooving and on the ones and twos on the wheels of steel, go up to the goddamn DJ and ask them to play some goddamn Bob Marley. You gonna get shot, allegedly. You gonna get stumped out. They gonna take your colors off. Well, they ain't gonna take some of y'all colors off, because let's just be real. Jamaicans style of dressing up and Black American style of dressing up are two different things, and they know that. So for this unstable creature, Raz Aja, to be coming on this man's podcast, Boss Talk Podcast 101, which I did put the link of the I put the link to the short video in the comment section. But if I haven't already, I'm gonna go on and copy and paste it and put it in the comment section again for y'all. Cause man, this don't make no sense, bro. You motherfuckers still out here lying. And I suggest that you check out Tariq Nasheed's microphone check as soon as you can. Here's the link right here to the short of this bastard with jerk chicken seasoning sauce dripping off his face line about drill music came from the United Kingdom. Black Americans didn't come up with R&B music. UK started everything. So you ain't saying that Jamaicans started something in Jamaica. You saying the United Kingdom just started everything. Ain't nobody influenced nobody. Hip hop didn't start in America. Black Americans don't got no culture, but you motherfuckers coming to America to make it big, because it's so much that you could do on the island of Jamaica, where you got the Chinese, the West Indians, you got all these other people on the island influencing your culture, taking your resources. Shout out to my brother Kid Gravity, a real B1 on code Jamaican who tell it how it is. Only 1% of the beaches are accessible to the people in Jamaica. Did you just hear what I said? I said 1% of all beaches in the island of Jamaica, only 1% of their beaches are accessible to the Jamaican population. Where do you think that other 99% of those beaches are being accessible to? I'll wait. Y'all already know the answer to it. Y'all know the answer to it, man. I'm gonna put the invite link into the comment section in the next couple of minutes. But I do have to play some more clips for y'all so we can keep this thing moving and grooving. Cause you know, when you have punks like Fat Joe out here lying about the true history of hip hop, you have bitch niggas like Busta Rhymes out here still talking about Black Americans still don't got no culture, but he can't go to a damn concert for his garbage ass Blockbuster concert, and his shows keep getting canceled, and his head still bobbling up and down like a Taco Bell Chihuahua. That just goes to show you that a lot of these clowns, they just take, but they don't want to give the props to the people that came way before them. That's what I don't like. You don't do that in any other music genre except hip hop. But you got these other people coming over here saying that Black Americans don't got no culture. If Black Americans don't got no culture, why do all of these foreigners come to America to try to make something better of themselves? If you are African, you should go back to Africa and make Africa what it is, what it actually could be without these European powers taking your shit. I done seen things on the continent of Africa which I don't wish on my greatest enemies. I done seen shit in Jamaica, the skin bleaching, the different classifications due to your skin color, the tribalism from the continent of Africa. You got these Chinese, European motherfuckers all over the continent of Africa taking the resources, taking everything. But you got these motherfuckers building white Jesus statues, bleaching their skin, not caring about the next man, they brothers and sisters. The goddamn Congo is in a civil war right now. You got kids crying, people in gold mines digging up gold, getting paid $2 or less a day. You got little kids out there in the rain crying, working in harsh, terrible conditions. But you got these motherfuckers from these tether coon backgrounds, and not all Africans are like that. It's a majority of these people that's off code from these certain areas, and they ain't gonna act like that Black Americans are all right or all good. We got coon, sambos, and buck dancers over here in America, but the one thing that we do as a group, we gonna call out some bullshit when we see it. You go to these other places like Africa, you go to these other islands in the Caribbean, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, any island you want to talk about in the Caribbean. And I ain't forgetting about y'all Central America. Y'all be on that bullshit too. Anywhere in the world that you want to think of, they don't say nothing about what's going on in their homelands. But if they come into America, they want to separate themselves from everybody else, but talk shit about the Black Americans who've been here since day one. And I don't want to hear you African motherfuckers talk about, please, brother, come back home. Africa is your home. America is not your home, nigga. No. Eric DeMonte Johnson is a Black American first, and I will be a Black American until the day I die. There's a difference between a Black American and an African. We was took, my ancestors, a small percentage of them was taken away from the so-called motherland and sent to a foreign place, a foreign country where some of my ancestors didn't have no knowledge of. got stripped. Let me repeat that again. Got stripped of the African of being African and got created into a whole different person. It's just that simple. There's a difference between the Caribbean. There's a difference between the African. Hell, there's a difference between Black Europeans and Black Americans. We come up from different backgrounds. We do things differently. Our environments and cultures are different. Different countries in Africa are different. Not all Africans are the same. But it's just something about some of them in the tether class. They always have the same hatred and vitriol for foundational Black Americans. They always have the same hatred and vitriol for foundational Black Americans. They don't have the same hatred and the same anger of the people in Belgium. They don't have the same hatred and anger for the people in Asia, preferably the Chinese, Russians, British. Think of any European country that has came in Africa for the past 100+ years and has been raping, ravaging, and pillaging their resources. Africa is a gold mine. Africa could be a goddamn paradise if these niggas get off their damn ass and get these coon ass leaders out of their system in their homeland. Stop building white Jesus statues. The island of Jamaica. Stop bleaching your skin. These other places. Stop looking at the next man that's right by you going in the same struggle, separating yourselves due to the tribalism. Or this nigga is Igbo. Or this nigga is Fulani. Or this nigga is Hutu. Or this nigga is Tutsi. I can't be with this nigga. But all y'all in the same struggle. Don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. I don't like saying shit like this, but the truth need to be told. The truth need to be told. And if I'm not going to say it, other foundational Black Americans are going to say it, man. Because we tired of your bullshit, man. We tired of these so-called melanated immigrants coming to America, talking shit about Black Americans, separating themselves from Black American culture, but they want to come into hip-hop. They want to come into R&B. They want to come into any type of music genre that Black Americans that have influenced, created, or, put our own twist and twang on it and take from it. They want to take everything from a Black American, but don't want to give us our props, give us our just dues. They just want to talk shit about Black Americans. Oh, you Akatas, you Jareers, you Habibs, you cotton pickers. They want to talk shit about Black Americans, but don't want to go back to their homeland and help their damn people. Now, I will play another video on Kool Herc did not create or bring hip-hop to the United States of America. And I do have another video of the brother Kool Herc saying that he did not create hip-hop. And Kool Herc played his position in hip-hop. I give that brother his props. He could have been another Tedder out here line talking about, no, it's false. I did create hip-hop. I came from Jamaica when I was 12 years old. And when I got to New York, and when I was 16, 17, 18, none of these Black Americans wasn't taking me to these hip-hop parties, and they wasn't giving me my style. They wasn't dressing me up like the Black American brothers and sisters were dressing back in the day. They wasn't giving me my style. So I got to say salute to real brothers and sisters that's actually on code from the diaspora. Salute to real brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. Salute to real brothers and sisters all around the world who show love and respect to their Black American brothers and sisters and to their other man who's going through the struggle. So let me find this video and see if I can get it started for y'all. Herc says hip-hop started in 1970 to 71.
You have no clue that you're creating something. You guys are kids having a good time. You guys don't even have a name for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. We like an island, we like an island coming up, like a volcano.
Right.
Make an island. We just on the coming up.
Right.
We broke ground in 79.
79.
That's been rapid as light, been boom.
Right. But you guys started doing this in the early 70s.
Way before that. We the process of that.
Like 73?
From say 71. 72 we can't come back. It didn't start there. We can't come back.
So you started in 71.
We can't come back to 1520.
Right.
We can't.
Well, I can tell you that it started for these young people right here. They
want to go back into time, these are the people that inspired me and recognized me to play music in my apartment and then dance outside the window, outside my window, 1520 Central Avenue, 70, 71, 72. Before island becomes sea, it's bubbling under the sea. So it's been bubbling where it is at, like the first ripple. And then the island broke from under the sea in 73. Alright, it's been from block to block, from borough to borough. It then started in 73. It got exposed. It cracked. You see a new islands on the block. It wasn't supposed to go anywhere. It was supposed to be a fad. Next week is over. It's not going to last. It was always told upon me, go down into the hippity hop. In other words, go down to the gutter rats. Yeah, it was called that. Next week is going to finish. Next month is going to go. Next few months is going to go. But I can tell a kid don't do something, they're going to do.
Yeah. And then you had your sound system working in New York from up to then? No, I was attending junior high school.
In the video, it says that DJ Kool Herc was going to hip hop parties in 1971 at the age of 16. I repeat, Kool Herc was going to hip hop parties in 1971 at the age of 16.
Yeah, I see. I was around 13 years old back then. Yeah, okay. But then you started your sound system. I started to go to parties when I was 16 years old. Yeah. And around 18, 19, that's when I started to experiment with my own sound system, as far as building a sound system. And
now this was like 73. So 73, 74, and 70. Technically, it's 70. They just started to say break ground.
Again, on the video, it says that hip hop started before 1973, but they put the 50th year of hip hop for 50 years from 1973 to 2023 last year. So hip hop was way before that. So really, hip hop is between the ages of 52 and 53 years old. But like I said in the beginning of the video, people have been doing their own forms of hip hop since the 1920s, the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and way before that. So, it broke out in certain periods of times throughout the 70s. And just like he said a couple of seconds ago, it really blew up in 1979 with Rapper's Delight from the Sugar Hill Gang.
It ain't going nowhere now. They've been knocking it from say 70, 71. It ain't going nowhere now. When you gonna stop? You and your crew were playing out.
And it says that no Jamaican sounds. It says no Jamaican sound system. Sound system was on us. Was on us side. Kool Herc. So he's saying that the Jamaicans did not influence him to create his booming sound systems. So when you Rasta Pasta ass Negroes be talking about Jamaicans created the sound systems for hip hop and it influenced Black American artists have always had sound systems and has always been doing stuff like that since the 1960s. They were having block parties, doing their own dances way before Jamaicans even became or even was thinking about hip hop.
There were several sound systems. No. The sound system, the Jamaican sound systems were very prevalent in the tri-state area. Were you aware of those crews? And did they play with you at all in the clubs? No, never. So African Love, Downbeat, but never was in the in a space that they was at. Or no, no way, no shape, form, or fashion. Okay. I could tell you for a sound system is on the U.S. side. That the Smith brothers, respect them. Soul Brothers from out of Brooklyn, Japan, Nell Grant, respect them. I don't know if it's Jamaican group. I know it's Soul Brothers.
Ooh! I know you Jamaicans hearts out there is Y'all Jamaicans' heart done shrunk 2 sizes. DJ Kool Herc done hit y'all with the shrink card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, y'all egos just got depleted by 2,000 points. He said that no Jamaican sound systems influenced him on his DJing, and no Jamaican crews wasn't even around in that environment at that time to give him any goddamn influence on the sound systems. He said that the sound systems he got influence from coming from the U.S. Black American side. Yeah, motherfuckers.
Now Grandson, 42nd Street, and they have Brothers like Plummer, Laboya, Flowers, and the Disco Twins, and their boys was really into technology to make heavy sound. With me,
so other than like the weather and the environment, what about the culture? How hard was it for you to get into the culture?
It was, well, I could say one thing: it wasn't fashionable being a Jamaican. Right. At one point, it wasn't. Right. And I never hid my culture. Really, I never did. When I was getting Americanized, though, I stopped.
Shout out to Kool Herc telling it how it is. Shout out to Kool Herc, brother. Shout out to Kool Herc. He said that he had to get Americanized. He had to get Americanized into Black American culture to make his own style and make his own way. Because none of that Jamaican shit was going on back then. You come in the party dressing like that, you'll get laughed out of the damn party. They'll be throwing sodas at your ass. You liable to get beat up or robbed. So the Black Americans, they came to him. He was like, man, we see you trying to do right. You try to come into our culture and do your own thing. We respect that, though. But you can't be coming off the boat, man, dressed like a ragamuffin. You can't be doing that. So we're gonna come to you, brother, and get you your own style and Americanize the shit, man. We're gonna make sure that you straight. What's up, West Golded? Shout out to you, brother. I'm gonna let you on in a couple of minutes. I got one more video, then I'm gonna start letting people on. Once again, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Y'all go check out Microphone Check. And next week, the rally for reparations is next week in Washington, D.C. for all my D.C. cats who should be listening. But once again, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Go check out that Microphone Check hip hop documentary telling you the true history and the origins of where hip hop started at. You know, Sloppy Top, Fat Joe, Lion, Pete Rock, that motherfucker lying too. Oh, it's okay, West. This was up. You can still be texting. Pete Rock, he was out here lying, talking about without Jamaicans there wouldn't be no hip hop. So, you know, I still respect you for your musical contributions, Pete Rock, but you were saying some fuck shit too. I already said Fat Joe. He's the main one that was out here talking that stupid shit. Him and Busta Rhymes. You had that skin bleaching ass heifer Spice out here a couple of years ago talking about. Did you know, man? Listen, man. Did you know? Wait a minute. Let me smoke my spliff, man. Let me take a couple of hits from my spliff, man. Did you know, Solomon, that hip hop doesn't come from America? It came from the island of Jamaica. Bullshit. Now, I will play you another video. It's saying that Kool Herc did not create or bring hip hop to America. Now I'm getting this video. This is coming from D Tubman's channel. Y'all go check it out if you want to stay up to, you know, Black American, you know, news topics, you know, stuff like that. This is coming 2 years ago. Tariq Nasheed on his Twitter space, Afro-Latino history, a part of hip hop culture. Now this video is about 8 minutes long, so I'm gonna just play it right here. It's saying that Kool Herc, a Jamaican, did not create or bring hip hop to the United States of America. Stop these lies.
Yeah, let's clear that up. I'm from Kool Herc Block. Oh, I'm directly from his block. I'm from Sedgwick. Okay. Kool Herc.
And this is coming from a person who I follow on Twitter. His name is Cornbread Mafia. Shout out to the OG Cornbread Mafia. Follow him on his Twitter page if you can. Definitely very informative on, you know, him being a triple OG and was actually there where hip hop was getting its starts and just dudes. Wasn't no Puerto Ricans in the beginning. Wasn't no Jamaicans in the beginning. You know, the motherfuckers was somewhere else salsa dancing. And, you know, Jamaicans was somewhere listening to Bob Marley smoking a spliff, which is cool. I like Bob Marley. I fucks with Bob Marley. I like certain Puerto Rican music. I fucks with it, but we ain't just gonna lie like you motherfuckers were there in 1970, 1971. They always want to go to 1973, 1975, 1977. They don't want to actually go to the exact year where hip-hop was building its momentum and then blowing up in 79 with Rapper's Delight. King Tim III, he was one of many artists out here making the first of many hip-hop records on vinyl. There's like a couple of hip-hop records that was like one of many during that time of when hip-hop was actually blowing up, but the most popular, in my opinion, was Rapper's Delight from the Sugar Hill Gang.
You hit it on. He came here at 12 years old. When he came here at 12 years old, he had no clue. He didn't even want to be a DJ. He wasn't even thinking about being a DJ. He was playing with toys. He said, I hooked up with some Black American kids and I got Black Americanized. They took me through the streets of the Bronx. They taught me the latest slang, the latest dress, the latest haircut. He said, I learned all this from Black American kids. All my friends are Black American. They took me to the first funk break parties, which hip-hop didn't have a name yet. It wasn't called hip-hop. They took him to DJs like John Brown. And then later on, he learned people like Grandmaster Flowers and a lot of other DJs. That's when he started learning he wanted to be a Black American DJ. He seen the breakdance was already around him. He wanted to be a breakdancer. Hip-hop already existed. It didn't have a name yet. Right. So he was learning all this from everybody else. When he first decided to want to be a DJ, he started learning from everybody, teach him how to use two turntables that already existed. They were already using two turntables. They was already mixing breaks. Grandmaster Flowers was the #1 DJ in New York City. His name was Grandmaster Flowers, not Flash. They all wanted to emulate him because he was the best. Before disco started, he was doing what you call hip-hop. It didn't have a name to it. It was blended funk breaks. He opened up for James Brown in 1969 in Yankee Stadium. Right. He was a warm-up DJ for them, and he was a fanatic for James Brown as a teenager. Now, was Pete DJ Jones around in that? Yeah, he came after him. Pete DJ Jones came after him. And they were mostly like doing like R&B and disco at that time. Disco didn't kick into 73. But before that, right, Grandmaster Flowers was the best. Then you had another DJ called John Brown. That's where Herc learned the hip-hop from. He was going to a club called the Plaza Tunnel. All the gang members, the graffiti writers, they all used to go there. Everybody was breakdancing to James Brown and Jimmy Castor, Aretha Franklin. Yes. They was blending those breaks already. Herc tells you himself, he said, I'm watching everybody break and I want to be down with this. I want to learn this. He wanted to learn how to do the DJ work. Phase 2 will tell you this, because Phase 2 taught Herc how to graffiti. Herc was a graffiti writer first. He took Herc around to the different clubs, the Plaza Tunnel, the Puzzle, the Psychedelic Shack, the Factory West. Once he caught that bug about wanting to be a DJ and do the hip-hop and the breaking, he became a DJ. You had Smokey and the Smokatrons. That was the DJ before Herc. He had all the B-boys, all the breakers at his parties first. But when Herc caught a ballroom, he got a ballroom, he rented it out, and he rented it out in a spot where it was neutral. You couldn't go to other hip-hop parties because gangs affiliated different cultures in different neighborhoods, so you couldn't just walk in and party and have fun. He had a central spot in a place where he got a spot where everybody could come to and enjoy hip-hop. That's how he became big. Yep. And he started doing what everybody else doing, taking the break beats, mixing them together, and he put them back to back. Where everybody was doing break beats between 2 records, Herc would add 2 more. He wasn't good at blending. He wasn't good at mixing. He would just play the records back to back to back. Okay. That was it. Okay. But he wasn't good as everybody else. But he did become the dominant DJ. From 73 to 77, each DJ had their turn. His turn influenced Flash and Bambaataa, who came from his parties. Flash was a B-boy. Now, right. And Melly Mel was a B-boy. Yeah, they was all B-boys. They all used to go to Smokey parties first. They all went to Smokey and the Smokatrons. The Smokatrons was the B-boy crew first. They went there first. But when Herc started putting his stuff on and he started joining the bigger parties, they left Smokey and went to Herc's party. And that's when Mel and them was there, Flash was there. They was B-boys. And when what year we talking? When Herc started? No, when Smokey and the Smokatrons. Smokey started between 72 to 76, and he left. He had to run to the military.
And then Hurt started in 73.
What were the Puerto Ricans doing
around that? The Puerto Ricans wasn't around like that. You may see one or two, but they wasn't around because the racism between blacks and Puerto Ricans, it was situations at that time. Like the neighborhoods are mostly like all Puerto Rican, all black, or somewhat mixed, and you still had a bunch of Italians running. They had a whole bunch of neighborhoods. So the Puerto Ricans was into their salsa, their merengue, their bachata. They was all into that merengue and salsa mostly. That's what they was into, and they tried to get into disco. They had their own neighborhoods. By 1978, that's when you start seeing young Puerto Rican kids wanting to hang with the black kids, what they call morenos. They wanted to hang with the morenos because it was a different music at the time. They never heard of funk music. They didn't know anything about it. But hanging with their little black friends, that's how they started wanting to learn, what kind of dance is that? They call it the moreno dance. They were like, but that's what they called it, but we called it breaking, freestyle and funk. And that when it started,
and by that time, like the Nigga Twins and Clark Kent and Charlie Rock, they had stopped breaking. Yeah, you know about.
I know them personally. Yeah. I know all of them. I know Sasa, King, Trixie. I know all of them. All the first B-boys. They like 68, 67. They all started in 71. Yeah. Phase 2 was a B-boy. He's an original graffiti writer from He was an original B-boy. All back then. Those guys, the Nigga Twins and Charlie Rock, the first B-boy crew was the Zulu Kings. They started in 76. They came from the parties watching A1 B-boy Sasa. That's the first B-boy. They came from watching him and the Nigga Twins and Clark Kent. That's how you get the Zulu Kings, because they went to those parties watching them, so they started to form the Zulu King B-boys with Charlie Rock and them. After them came the Puerto Ricans. The Puerto Ricans started watching the Little Zulu Kings. That's Beaver and them. Beaver's the president of Little Zulu Kings. He started in 77, 78, and he started when everybody else retired. B-boys was played out. The breaking was played out in 77. From 71 to 77, it was being done that whole time. And in originals, they thought it was played out. They went over to something else, like doing the hustle, electric boogie. They moved on to something else. But when the Puerto Ricans found it, they found it when it was already played out. Nobody was doing it anymore except the baby blacks, the baby Little Zulu Kings. That's who inspired them. And that's how you get your Rocksteadies and your Bronx Boys and your Rockwell Associates, all these guys. They came later after the Little Zulu Kings. Charlie Chase, all the first Latin DJs and the first Latin rappers, they came late. They came 77, 78. They all came later. And they all each have a story.
Like Whipper-whipping those guys.
And they tell you, Prince Whipper-whip, Charlie Chase, Tito, Disco Wiz, they all tell you it was racism. Puerto Ricans used to get at them like, why you hanging with the Morenos? Why you trying to act like and dress like the Morenos? Why you talking like them? Because they spoke a lot of Spanish back then. Mira this. Then with the blacks like, yo, why is he here? Why Jose is here? Why he not playing with a salsa band or something? Why he not doing merengue? They said, nah, he cool. He with us. He learning. That's how that went. That's the part they're not telling you. Those are the details. Right. Hip-hop didn't have a name, and it existed for like 5 to 7 years before a Latino got into it. After them came the whites with Disco Fever. The owner of the Disco Fever was the first white guy that got into hip-hop by giving everybody a chance to play at his club, get Disco Fever. His name was Al. Sal Albertino. He opened up Disco Fever. He let blacks play hip-hop there. Then came Blondie. She was the second white person. These people all started, that's how they started coming in. First the Latinos, then the whites, and then they started opening the doors for everybody. Yeah. It always happens. Even with rock and roll, they try to steal our stuff. Soon we teach people, the same people we teach 50 years later say they was with us or they helped us create it.
Now, you heard all the information that the OG Cornbread Mafia was saying. He was breaking down the true history of where hip-hop got started in NYC. First it was the blacks. Then the Puerto Ricans got influenced by the black Americans when they was doing the whole B-boy thing in 77, 78, 79, and beyond. Then you had Blondie. She came in and did her thing. Then you had the creator and the owner of the hip hop club where everybody could come in and make their own style of, music come from. So shout out to the brother Cornbread Mafia for putting the true history on where hip hop started at. But, when you out here just lying, talking about drill music got started in the United Kingdom, no, drill music got started in the streets of Chicago and spread it out through the whole entire world. Now, I can give you 3 people who are and still major contributors of the hip hop music drill scene. Number one. Sorry about that. I gotta do something. Just give me a couple of seconds. Wait a minute, let me go on mute for y'all. I'll come back on in a couple of seconds. Now, when you think of drill music, you think of a couple of people. Number one off top, I think of Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Montana 300. Never got into L.A. Capone. I probably listened to Rondo Number 9 a couple of times. I think of Fly Guy Entertainment, Glory Boys. I think of dudes like that who actually started the drill music. It says that drill rap originated in Chicago. It originated in Chicago. And I'm going to just say this right now. The Midwest don't get its credit when it comes to a lot of things that they influenced in hip-hop. And drill music being one of many things that the Midwest had contributed in hip-hop, gave you classic material, classic artists like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Nelly, Eminem, who's from Missouri, but he represents Detroit. A whole bunch of artists, man. Esham, Nodis, Insane Clown Posse. So many Midwest artists you can think of that has influenced not only Midwest hip-hop by creating their own style and being different from, the South, the East Coast, and the West Coast. Tech Nine, Strange Music. So many contributions the Midwest have gave us. Twister, Do or Die. So many people. Kanye West, when he's actually not off his medication. Dudes like that, man. So many artists that you could think of from the Midwest that don't actually get their props coming. Just so many, man. This shit just... I'll be here all day talking about, hip-hop artists from the Midwest. King Louis, Chief Keef, Little Durk, G Herbo, Pop Smoke, who got influenced from Chicago drill to make the NYC drill scene, catch up. I would say the first person I ever see do NY drill was Bobby Smurder and this whole GS9 crew, Hot Nigga, all that stuff right there. Early female pioneers of drill music. Katie Got Bands, Sasha Go Hard, and Shady. I heard of Katie Got Bands, and I think I heard of Sasha Go Hard a long time ago, but I ain't never really get really into their music within the drill music scene. But the number one person I always think of when I think of drill music is Chief Keef. Then you had the boy Montana 300 come in. It's just so many artists that you can name off the top of your dome when it comes to the whole Chicago drill scene. Don't nobody, and I mean no motherfucking body, think of no goddamn UK artists when it comes to some goddamn drill music. I don't even think of certain artists from the UK when it comes to hip hop. Not to say that they don't have people who've been doing hip hop from here and there in the UK and come to America to try to make something better, but I just ain't never thought of anybody from the UK doing hip hop like that. I'm not saying that, some of them suck though, but I just ain't never think of them actually doing that type of music, especially drill music. Like, it really don't make no sense. So when people just be out here lying, talking about the UK influenced R&B music, the UK influenced drill music, the UK did this, the UK did that. Well, if the UK is so influential on all these music genres, why aren't you in the UK trying to make the UK better again? Not only within music, but within UK culture. Why aren't you in Jamaica trying to make the island of Jamaica great again? Why aren't you in Africa? There's 54 countries in Africa. You can go to each country in Africa to try to make each of those countries better. Try to take away the tribalism, try to take away the poverty, try to take away the people that's raping, ravaging, influencing your country within negativity, causing civil wars, causing pollution, causing extreme massacres, civil wars all over the place, just causing all types of mischief and fuckery. Like, it's okay to be influenced by other people's cultures. See, I like a lot of stuff in different music genres, and I give people their props. But you ain't never seen me say that, oh, this music suck, I can't listen to it. Oh, this dude suck, I can't listen to it because he from here. No, I look at real people who do real things, and I look at fake people who do fake things. Now, I do have the StreamYard link in the chat room, so if anybody want to come on, I'll be on for the next couple of minutes if anybody wanted to join. Shout out to Ushik Knight. Thank you for coming in. Shout out to my homeboy 2K West is goated. Go subscribe to his channel. Definitely be doing his things on the producer's tip, on the hip hop tip. Go subscribe to, that brother right there. 2K West is goated. But yeah, man, it's just crazy that people talk out of their ass when it comes to giving Black Americans their props, but want to talk about Jamaicans did this, Jamaican did that. You want to wave your Jamaican flag, you want to wave those Caribbean flags, you want to be Haitian, and you want to be waving your Haitian flag when it's Flag Day in New York, but Haiti is going through chaos, going through a lot of things with the government over there, a lot of anarchy over there. If you want to be the best person in Haiti, you need to go back to your island and help your people, just like in Jamaica, just like in Africa, and just like and just like in Asia, in Europe too. Central America, Mexico, South America. I didn't forget about you. Everybody need to hold their own nuts and stop looking at foundational Black Americans with shit be going on. Now, I would talk about other things going on in the European area, but I don't want to get this channel or get a strike on my channel. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody need to hold their own nuts when conflicts and chaos break out in these other countries. Don't come to Black Americans when it's time for y'all to get something, because creepy Joe Biden is giving y'all all types of resources and goodies while Black Americans is struggling to pay the rent. So don't come to Black Americans with your hands out talking about, hey, y'all need to help us do this, y'all need to help us do that. It's time for everybody in the whole world to hold their own goddamn nuts and leave Black Americans out of their goddamn business, because we out here fighting for our reparations. Can Black Americans get our reparations, get our tangibles, and let us do what we can do without everybody trying to pile on us and just talk stupid and pull us into their conflicts and pull us into their problems that don't got shit to do with us? But yeah, this video wasn't about that. This was about a clown and, tethers from the other side coming on here lying about the history of hip hop, lying about where drill music was influenced from, not the United Kingdom, definitely not Africa, because you got niggas over there still dressing like off-brand G-Unit soldiers. Them dudes still dressing over there like it's 2006. They still over there dressing like they from Chicago, listening to drill music. So who really influenced who? I just want to say that. It's kind of crazy. You got these tethers out here talking real stupid about Black Americans not having no culture, but they look at Black American music, they look at Black American styles, they look at Black American shows, they want to get their hair cut like Black Americans, they want to do everything like Black Americans, us beside us doing that skin bleaching shit, because I ain't on that type of stuff. I love my skin and I love my body and I love the way I am. So you just gotta be comfortable within yourself as an African and actually be on code. You gotta actually be comfortable in your skin and comfortable as a person if you're a Caribbean. And you definitely gotta be comfortable and definitely be, on point when it comes to being anybody else in this world. So don't try to run from your culture, tethers. Don't try to run from the trials and tribulations in your homeland, tethers. Just try to be the best person you can actually be without getting on your knees and leaving cocaine ash stains on your kneecaps, doing something strange for a piece of change at the immigration office. So I will stay on until about 8 o'clock because I don't see nobody coming in. I just want to come on here and give my thoughts and perspective and give my, opinions on these tethers still out here, crying, bitching, moaning, and complaining about, Black Americans, foundational Black Americans being the true trendsetters within not only the United States of America, but within the four corners of the world. Our influence stretch out longer than an octopus. So, I know why you're hating. I mean, you can't hate on perfection. You can't hate on something that you actually want to be. You can actually be something within your culture. You can actually be something within your homeland. You can actually be proud to wave your flag and actually help your people when it's conflicts, chaos, and mischief going on in these countries. So that's all I have to say about this whole situation. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all thought about this video in the comment section. And I know somewhere over the rainbow, a couple of you tethers are listening. Might not be listening, but you might get a whiff of this, like you smell other things. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But thank y'all for looking at the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And matter of fact, before I go, let me put my Twitter page in the chat for y'all. So if y'all want to subscribe to me on my Twitter page, I'm on the road to 500 subscribers on Twitter, and I'm currently at, last time I looked at it, it was 482. So I got 18 more subscribers to go to before I get to 500 subscribers. So let me just put that in the comment section before I go on to get up out of here and go on about my day. So yeah, let me just put the let me just put my my Twitter page link in the comment section. I'm currently at 483 followers. I got 17 more followers to go until I reach 500. Let me just do this post, then put the link into the comment section, then I'll be able to go on and get up out of here. Yeah, here it goes right about now. It should be loading up in a couple of seconds. Here's my Twitter page right here. Here's the link to it. If you want to follow me on my Twitter page, you can definitely subscribe to me on YouTube, Eric Johnson 1994, and my Twitter page, it's Eric Johnson 1994, the same thing. So thank y'all for looking at the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this video and the information that I gave y'all in the comment section. Just let me know what your opinions are about what I said in this video. Thank y'all for looking at the video. Thank y'all for subscribing to me. And I will see y'all in the next live stream video. Thank you. Peace out.